rounds of boxing for the Super 6 World Boxing Classic title, as well as the WBA and WBC Super Middleweight titles.
A couple of important numbers there. Froch, of course, is the older fighter, and even talked to us about the fact he's conscious of doing certain training that keeps him a young 34. The reach is very important because he will want to use his jab and keep word on the end of it, so those 4 inches in reach, very important.
And the rules for tonight's fight.
There is no standing 8, no 3 knockdown, only the ref can stop the fight. Can't be saved by the bell in any round. Now, the next one's very important because Andre Ward has, from time to time, had clashes of heads that have hurt his opponent. If there is a clash of heads and there's a cut, after 4 rounds, they would go to the scorecards. Before that, it would be a no decision.
2.5 years in the making, folks. The Super 6 World Boxing Classic final, and we're ready for action. For the formal introductions, let's go to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to Boardwalk Hall here in Atlantic City, New Jersey for the much anticipated featured bout of the evening as Goose and Tudor Promotions, Antonio Leonard Productions, and Matchroom Sport in association with Caesars Atlantic City and Showtime, sponsored by Corona and Azad Watches, present the Super 6 World Boxing Classic Final. This unification championship is sanctioned by the WBC President Jose Suleiman, Supervisor Bob Yalen, the WBA President Gilberto Mendoza, Supervisor Guy Jutras, and the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board. The chairman is Tony Orlando, Commissioner Aaron Davis. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. Blair Bergen, Dr. Mark Shaber, Dr. Eric Wormser, and Dr. Dominic Coletta. Timekeeper at the bell tonight, Arthur Spell. Introducing to you our 3 judges scoring from ringside. From England, John Keane. From Canada, Craig Metcalf. And from the United States, John Stewart. And our 3rd man to the ring, the referee in charge, will be giving instructions after the introductions, Steve Smoger. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of action scheduled for the Super 6 World Boxing Classic Final and the unified WBA and WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Atlantic City, New Jersey, it's showtime! Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red, white, and blue trunks, hailing from and proudly representing the Bay Area and Oakland, California. He weighed in at the super middleweight limit of 168 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 24 wins, no losses, with 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome one of the young stars of boxing, the U.S. Olympic gold medalist and the current undefeated WBA super middleweight champion of the world, introducing Andre S.O.G. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with silver trim, known as boxing's pride of Nottingham, England. He weighed in at a ready 167.5 pounds with a record of 28 wins, 1 loss. He has 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome England's finest, the longtime British and Commonwealth champion, the reigning and defending 2-time WBC super middleweight champion of the world, introducing Carl the Cobra Froch.
Switch on. Okay, you ready? You want to do?
And once again, a referee in charge now to give instructions, Steve Smoger.
All right, gentlemen, you were given your instructions in your individual dressing rooms. Please obey my commands, respect the bell, and above all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. God bless you both.
12 rounds for the Super 6 World Boxing Classic Championship and WBA and WBC title. Carl Froch wants to use his length, work everything off of the jab, and he'll set up his power. The Cobra. Andre Ward told us he wants to get inside. He doesn't feel that Froch can defend inside. He wants to be more like a mongoose. Ricky, Tiki, Tabby.
Shades of Archie Moore. Carl Froch said, I want to get off to a very quick start and make Andre Ward have some doubt. Let's see if he can do it.
Froch has worked tirelessly with Robert McCracken, his trainer, on cutting off the ring.
Punch out. Try to get out yourself. Let him out, Andre. Let him out.
Steve Smoger, the third man in the ring, lets you fight on the inside, and there was a graphic example right there. And Ward landed a good left hook on the after they got away from that clinch.
169 championship bouts for Steve Smoger.
He's a great referee.
Right now, it just seems like both fighters are filling each other out. You know, before the judges brought them together, you can feel the tension.
Yeah.
You know, it was so thick. That means they understand what's at stake.
Touch it, punch out. Good.
The jabs, of course, for both men, so important. And there's Ward's. They need to establish that early. To me, Carl Froch looks just a little tight here in round one.
Carl Froch, the much more talkative fighter during the pre-fight hype, which has gone all over the world. London, Oakland, California, New York City. Froch questioning Ward's convictions, his mind. Ward, quiet, confident, but has become irritated over the last week or so. The Olympic gold medalist in 2004. Nice jab by Carl Froch on the button.
There's the inside where Ward wants to fight, and both men landed a couple of good body shots.
.39 seconds remaining in the first round. Andre Ward jabbing to the chest. Feeling out process in this first round, but the jab very effective for Ward, and he has the shorter reach. A 71-inch reach for Andre Ward, 75 for Carl Froch, blinking his eyes. That jab may have landed more times than we see. And now Froch with some redness on the bridge of the nose as we end the first round. And what are the keys to this fight, Al?
For Carl Froch, we talked about the jab. It's the staple of his attack, and it's a power punch sometimes and helps him move forward. It also sets up a very good right hand, which he missed a lot in the first round. Now, he scored a KO with uppercuts before this tournament, but hasn't used that punch much during the tournament. We could see it emerge tonight. For Andre Ward, he wants to get inside in this fight. He needs to be aware of Froch's counter punches when he comes in. He's got to dictate the pace. He does not want the busyness of Froch to take over. And his own jab is important, and in round one, he landed twice the amount of jabs as Froch, so Ward got the jab going.
Well, that first round was definitely a fill-out round for both fighters. I gave that one to Andre Ward. It looked like he was a little bit more successful with his jab. But this fight is definitely going to loosen up a little bit. Both fighters going to let the hands go.
Andre Ward defeating Mikkel Kessler for his first championship, winning the WBA super middleweight title. Then Alan Green roughing up Green. Andre Durrell withdrew. So in the meantime, Ward fought a tough Sakio Bika. Very rugged and physical fight. And in his last fight, he defeated Arthur Abraham with a unanimous decision.
Now right there, this is where Andre Ward's people believe that he have an advantage over Carl Froch. But it looks like both of them are doing really good work inside, Al.
Yeah, and then I agree with you. And Ward landed a nice left hook on the inside right at the end of that exchange.
Double jab by Ward. He finishes with a short left hook.
Another point to remember, Carl Froch has been a slow starter in some of his fights, so that quick start he wanted to get off to might have been a little bit of a pipe dream, and it didn't really happen so far in this fight, even though it's pretty close.
Started slowly against Jermaine Taylor. Yep. Got knocked down for the first and only time in his career, came back and scored a victory as he knocked out Jermaine Taylor.
Andre Ward's not moving, he's not running, he's fighting. Not that he runs normally, but he's a movement fighter. Nice uppercut by Froch.
That was a good long left jab by Froch as well.
Antonio, you were right. This fight's starting to percolate, and I think it's going to be an action affair.
Andre Ward also feeling very disrespected yesterday during the press conference when the Froch fans started cheering SOB instead of SOG.
Creative Brits, they were excited at that at that weigh-in. You know, this fight is being fought. Oh, nice hook by Ward. It's being fought right in, right in the trenches. Nobody's moving that much, and both men are there to land punches.
Quick reflexes by Andre Ward. Carl Froch, Antonio, looks to have the slower hands, much slower.
Yeah, most definitely. I didn't think he would be the fastest fighter coming in, and I thought with them both being right here in the center of the ring, that would give an advantage to Carl Froch. But it seems like, again, Andre Ward is figuring out the puzzle.
Ward going behind the elbow with the right hand to the body. Now Froch, he gets hit with a left hook, and that'll back up Carl Froch.
And he had just landed 2 good body shots before that.
Andre Ward punching in the middle of a punch.
And that's what you want to do. You make your opponent think that he's out of reach, and then you clobber him with a good shot.
Another good left hook by Andre Ward. And Carl Froch goes back to his corner, and he may be the fighter thinking right now.
Sit down on the lap. Sit down. Yeah, you pulled that. Sit down. Listen, this fella's just sitting back and he's just trying to kick you off, all right? You've got to go twice with him. You've got to go 1-2 up to get there with double jab right hand, and then as soon as there, you've got to react. But if you go wide, he'll just come back with a hook. If you sit in front of him, he'll just pick you off with a jab. You've got to double up on your work, all right?
We wondered who would win the battle of the jabs early on. It has been Andre Ward. He's landed more than twice as many as Carl Froch. And there's the double jab, and coming with the left hook right after it, Antonio.
Yeah, and that's what I was pointing out earlier. It seems as if Carl Froch just let his guards down, and he relaxes, and that's when Andre Ward attacks.
And that inside action, good body work by Froch, and then Ward pushed him back.
Third round scheduled for 12. The Super 6 World Boxing Classic Championship and WBA and WBC Super Middleweight title on the line. Carl Froch from Nottingham, England. 3-1 in this tournament in the black trunks. Andre Ward undefeated in this tournament in the white and blue.
And I'm thinking that Carl Froch has to know that he's behind 2 rounds, or at least, he's going to have to do more work. And this is not a type of fighter that you want to fall behind in rounds. This guy hasn't lost 2 or 3 rounds in the whole tournament.
He's won 88%, Ward has, on the judges' scorecard of his rounds in the Super 6.
Froch with his hands down. And Andre Ward has been pinpoint accurate with that jab, doubling it up again. Now goes downstairs.
Froch talked a lot about being able to cut off the ring. That has not been an issue for him because Andre Ward's been right in front of him.
Al, and it looks like Froch is a bit confused in there about how to come forward on Andre Ward. As you look at the total punches.
Well, now normally Froch throws 15 punches more per round than his opponent. He still is ahead of Ward in numbers thrown, but not by a huge margin.
Andre Ward very relaxed. What is he setting up when he keeps jabbing to the solar plexus like that, Antonio?
Well, most definitely trying to set up the right-hand counter like he just shot the one in there when Froch was unexpecting it.
Left hook, double left hook, landing for Andre Ward. And he backs it up with another stiff jab.
Carl Froch just dug a nice right hand into the solar plex. I think Carl Froch right now mentally is saying, just hit anything, just hit matter. Stop trying to go for the targets, just hit body.
Yeah, you're right, and he has concentrated on the body. And I think the headline in this fight is how effective Ward's left hook has been. It's been a great punch. Getting that body work by Froch.
Straight right hand to the body landing for Carl Froch. Froch working the free hand. Left hook missing by Ward. Now they're fighting in the phone booth. Nice jab by Ward. Backs up Froch.
Both fighters then landed some good counter punches. And inside, there's really...
Ooh, nice left hook. Digging deep for Andre Ward. Froch answers.
It seems like there's no advantage inside. That, you know, it's a standoff, a stalemate.
End of the third.
You've got to be busier, but you've got to remember shots coming back at you down the middle. You've got to throw threes and fours with this kid, and when you're there, you've got to react, all right? You've got to stop with this slow jab because you give him a couple of counters because you're putting out a slow jab. Relax a little bit, okay? Breathe, relax, all right? Okay. Turn your head movement now. Let the threes and fours go, and then close the gap. If he's out of range, just cuss across him. Don't throw a punch when he's out of range, okay?
Double up your jab more in the chest now as you feint him, okay? Keep feinting, doubling up in that jab in the chest so you can bring your right hand out. Commit to the combination roll, okay? On the inside, don't go high a little bit. Drop in and drop down. Expect you to try to do something. Wait till you free yourself. Be in position. And bang, bang, bang. The accurate shots, okay? The shorter.
Virgil Hunter has been with Andre Ward since he was 9 years old when his father brought him into the gym. What a relationship. As we begin the fourth round, Carl Froch in black, Andre Ward in white, scheduled for 12. Uppercut getting through for Ward. Ward's hands up very high. Tight defense. And what Andre Ward told us was that Froch can punch inside, but he can't defend inside, and that's what he will attack.
You know, Froch just tried that uppercut from way back, and he points out, and it's true, it's a dangerous punch from too far out, especially considering Ward is landing those left hooks.
Vander Holy